Hey everyone, thank you for joining me. Today we have the Ferrum Forge Lackey. Now this is a fixed blade, it comes with a Kydex sheath, and this blade was provided by a supporter of the channel. So just wanted to say thank you to Jim for giving me the opportunity to customize this great little blade. Now really quick, I'll just put the specs up on screen. That way you guys can get an idea of how big this blade is. So starting off with the blade, we have a straight back slash drop point blade. There's a little bit of a drop to it, so I'd say it's in between those two shapes. It's got a D2 steel blade, well basically the whole, since it's a full tang blade, with a really nice etch and gorgeous stone wash. I just really like this stone wash. They did a really good job on it. It's got, I'd say, semi-aggressive jimping. It's pleasant to the touch, but when you apply force, your thumb actually goes into those little grooves. So you can actually feel it bite into your thumb, but in a good way. And from the feel of the grind, I believe it's a convex grind, because it doesn't feel flat. I can actually kind of feel a little bit of a belly. So I'm gonna say it's got a convex grind. It's got very thin green G10 handles and smooth to the touch. A little bit of texturing, but it's got really good ergos since it has the finger choil here in the front, and then it also actually has a sharpening choil. So that's a plus when sharpening the blade. Also comes with a lanyard hole, and then I noticed all the way around the blade you have nice beveling. So again, it feels good in hand, and it also looks really cool. So really nice job I think Ferrum Forge did on this blade, since it's really comfortable and it's appealing. Just looks really nice. Now to get to the changes that I'll be doing to this blade, it's going to be a very simple mod, nothing too crazy. We are going to create some brass scales, and then we're going to put some scalloped slash rock texture on the new scales. So let's take this thing apart. It takes T6 screws. Since I tried earlier to see if it comes apart easily, but it just rotates, so I'm gonna have to use two T6 tool bits, which I have right here. So let's just get to it. Alright, so here it is all taken apart. That was actually surprisingly tricky, since I had to use two bits to take it apart, but I was able to get it done. I'm surprised they didn't do any D-shaped barrels here for the connection. I know CRKT does it, so a little interesting that they didn't go that route, but as you can see, they took out some material here to make it a little bit lighter. No wonder it is a light knife. So now with it all being taken apart, let's get to customizing it. Alright everybody, so here it is all customized. And like I said before, there wasn't too much being customized to this blade other than the scales. So as you guys saw from the video, I did a brass scale with some texturing on it. Scalloped or rock texture, or there's just so many names for it. But this is what I did. And it came out really, really good. Just love the way it shifts. Now the customer wanted a kind of a sporadic design. Nothing too consistent, just kind of random scalloped textures. So that is what we did, and it looks really good in the light, as you guys can see. Now I did make these scales just a little bit thicker, just so that when you are handling the blade, it just fits a little bit better in your hand. And also I contoured it, so it's just got a nice little, just a little shape to it. And then the front I thinned out just a little bit more, gave it a really big bevel up here, so that way when it slides into the sheath it fits perfectly. And also I removed a little bit of material just so it's not as heavy. It's not much, but it does make a little bit of a difference. So I did that to both, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So let's just put this thing together and see what it looks like. Alright, so here it is all put together, and it is looking really good. Definitely has some pop and a little bit of texture. Just makes it definitely more unique. Now I did make access to the lanyard hole, just like the original scales. That came out really well. Just took my time and put a nice satin finish all the way around the little edge. That wasn't affected by the texture, so just to really finish it off. And then I made sure it fit into the sheath, but let's see if it fits again. Just to double check. So there it is, locks right in. It is heavier since it is brass, but it's not gonna fall out. I mean, if I really go to town on it, it might come out. I haven't even really tested it, but it's in there nicely, so you can still use it as a neck knife. I guess a heavier neck knife, but it does look really cool in the sheath. And again, just really good contrast with the black hardware and the stone washed finish all the way around the blade. So I'm super happy with the outcome. Let me know down below what you guys think of how this thing turned out. I always appreciate you guys' comments, so just let me know. And yeah, there is the Ferrum Forge Lackey in brass textured scales. So thank you again for watching, you guys. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share these videos, and as always, I will see you on the next one.